Welcome back everyone to Hero Wars Guide. Today I'm going to talk about Legacy of the Great Ones. I'll cover the tasks and rewards, what daily activity to reserve on event day in the Western Hemisphere, and how to spend on this event and compare to other events coming up. This is a great event here focusing on hero artifact rewards. I've been calling for this for a long time, as have many people on the Discord. You can ask my guildmates. I've been predicting this one for 10 or 12 weeks, and I'm glad to finally be right. Alright, so first off, what do we get out of this event? And this is going to cover here if you were to complete all of the tasks, but it offers up to 120,000 artifact coin, which is enough to max out 2 artifacts to Ultimate Evolution, 150 Chaos Core, and 1350 orange artifact resources of your choice in the form of these flawless artifact chests. When you open each one, you'll get to choose whether you want materials for the weapon, the book, or the ring, and each chest will open up into 5 pieces. Alright, what are the tasks? We've got daily login up to 3 times, VIP up to 5, begin expeditions at 18, open artifact chests up to 12. So those first 4 are all pretty easy. That's just going to come according to your daily activity. Nothing special to do there. But these 4 here at the bottom require much more investment. You've got spending emeralds at 65,000, open 70 outland chests, obtain 500 hero souls, and spend 13,000 energy. Hardest out of that's probably the hero souls, especially with all the other events recently and upcoming that are going to ask for the same resource. Players in the Western Hemisphere are going to want to hold off on a number of their daily activities on Thursday morning so that you can run them in the evening and get all those rewards towards the tasks that we discussed in the screens before. A lot of these are the same that you're used to seeing in all of these heads up about the events, but I did want to throw in bold here this extra line for the calendar reward, which is actually on Thursday. It's going to be the Helios hero, and you should definitely hold off collecting that. Don't grab it first thing in the morning, as you probably do ordinarily. Get that in the evening, and all of those souls should count towards the task. Otherwise, it's a number of these ordinary ones here. Don't run Outland. You're going to need to open those chests during the event. If you're spending emeralds on energy, you might hold off doing that towards the end of the day. You'll have to contribute your normal amount to your guild to make sure that they get what they need, but you might think about doing an item exchange if you're up against a reward tier there. Don't run any heroic missions that you normally do on each day. You'll want to get those souls and that energy during the event. Don't open the heroic chest until the event starts. And if you're using any of your shop coins on souls, you might want to save enough coins. The shops will refresh when the event starts, but make sure you've got enough on hand that you can actually spend what you want there. You don't want to buy 10 in the morning and then not have enough for the next day or 2. Lastly, I wanted to chart out some of the rewards here that you might get out of the event against what you need to spend in order to collect them. So what you're looking at here is on the vertical axis, the amount of artifact material that you're going to receive for completing the souls task, and then across the bottom on the horizontal, the number of souls that you need to collect in order to get each reward. And what's shown here is the amount of materials per 25 souls that you need to collect. So this is balancing out these cases where some of the later reward tiers require more souls than the early ones, but that's accounted for here. So if you see a taller bar, that's not purely because you need to collect more souls. that you're getting more artifact material for the souls that you collect. And I wanted to put this in here for a few reasons. The first is I see a lot of people talking about diminishing returns. I see that on these YouTube videos. I see it in the Discord all the time, where what they're suggesting there is when you spend deeper into these events, the rewards actually go down for the activity, and that's just very often not the case. It's not the case in the Souls task. It's not the case in the Soul Collection task for Halloween. It's not true for the Spending Emeralds task in this event. And it's just wrong more often than not. The rewards actually go up. As you can see here, you're getting twice as much artifact material for the 50 souls to go from 350 to 400 as you do for the entire first half of the task. So if you're not putting extra spend into this sort of task, that's fine, but you really don't want to spend half of the amount that you need to in each event. So if you've got 6 events and each one has a 500 soul task, the last thing that you want to do is open up 1 or 2 soul chests to get to the halfway point, because then you're missing out these big rewards here at the end on all 6 of those events. You should instead, in my opinion, choose your however many you can complete, whether that's 4 or 3 or 2, and go all in on those rather than half completing all of them. And again, if you're just doing your daily activity, you're not spending anything special, that's fine, but don't spend only to half complete events. You're going to be better off going really full on just a handful of them, however many you can complete. To continue that comparison to Spooky Fest, the curve for that Souls task is going to follow a pretty similar pattern to what you see here, where it's relatively low at the beginning, comes up a little bit, about a third of the way in, then dips down real low, and then is very strong again in the end. In fact, about a third of the total reward comes from the very last milestone there between 900 and 1,000 souls. And I think the average reward is pretty similar between Legacy of the Great Ones here and Spooky Fest, but that Spooky Fest event is going to ask for 1,000 souls to get the big time rewards. So if this one's similar and you don't think you can hit Spooky Fest, but you can complete this fight 500, you might think about going ahead and finishing this one off. I've compared the two out in the rewards for each of these 2 events after converting them to emeralds, which is admittedly a little bit fuzzy there. There's different resource types and different ways to get them, and I don't want to get into the details of all that here. I think that could be a long video, but you guys let me know if a lot of math and a really deep dive into those sorts of comparison would be of interest, and maybe I'll explore that later. But anyway, the takeaways here are, if you can't complete the Spooky Fest 1,000, this would probably be a really good alternative. If you can't hit this 500, in general, don't half complete these tasks. If you're spending anything to get into them, either spend nothing and just get what you can through your ordinary activity, or go all in and complete these things so that you can take advantage of these strong reward tiers out at the right. If you end up needing to get just maybe you're at 145 souls and you got to open 5 of one of those small 5 soul, or one of those 5 soul boxes to get to their next tier, fine, but just don't be at 110 and open a 100 soul box to get up 2 categories. It's just not worth it. All right, I think that covers everything I wanted to talk about. If you find these heads ups useful, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Talk to you next time.